All right, wall fans, common sensors, and of course, brewery fans, welcome to another exciting edition of Go Tell to the Brewery. I am your absolute favorite podcast host, the one and only Sean O'Rourke, and I've got a great one for you this edition, and it's actually very much themed to the month we're in right now, and that would be the Sierra Nevada 2019 Oktoberfest. That's right, Oktoberfest. And a lot of people out there are going to be like, Sean, you usually only have craft beers on Go Tell to the Brewery. Common misconception when it comes to Sierra Nevada, because they have such wide distribution, a lot of people forget that they are still completely family owned and operated. They are technically a not full-on craft because they do have such big distribution, but they're technically an independent brewery. These aren't owned by one of the big boys and all that other good stuff, and that's why we tend to have Sierra Nevada on the podcast and also on Go Tell to the Brewery. I'm actually personally a big Sierra Nevada fan. They have a lot of tasty brews out there. One of my go-tos is just the old-fashioned Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. We've actually had it on Go Tell to the Brewery along with some other Sierra Nevadas, so I definitely tend to lean toward them. They're easy to find. Big distribution, so you can find them nationwide. You can probably find this one nationwide, literally in a grocery store right now for 2019 until they sell out. Keep in mind, it's funny with Oktoberfest. I've noticed this with a lot of Oktoberfest beers that come out of breweries. You got to get them in September. I actually bought this one in September, so hopefully you can still get them because it's only October 2019. However, with a lot of them, they do sell out. It's a limited run. Now, this one in particular, this Oktoberfest, is really exciting from Sierra Nevada because they actually partnered with Bitburger Brewery. If you're not familiar with Bitburger Brewery, they are an iconic brewery in Germany, really well known for their Oktoberfest beers. What is the other word for it? Fest beer. Fest beer would be the German word for it, and that's spelled B-I-E-R, Fest beer. And going right along with the Oktoberfest, the big ones that they have there in Germany, and of course Sierra Nevada bringing a little bit of that here to the United States for October 2019. If you're a fan of Oktoberfest beers, this one absolutely fits the bill. Get your hands on it as soon as you can. It's not super high in alcohol content, so it's not going to get you just like crazy drunk like some of those double IPAs and IPAs. It is a little higher than your average lager, though, of course, sitting at 6.0% alcohol by volume. So it's still got a little bit of a punch to it, but it's so smooth and malty that you're not really going to notice that high alcohol content. You're just going to notice that it's a tasty beer. It's got that malty back to it that you get with a lot of Oktoberfest beers. I've had this really, I don't think I've ever had an Oktoberfest beer that didn't have like a certain maltiness to it, and I think that's really what makes it one of those fest beers. So get your hands on some of this. I love Sierra Nevada. I cannot recommend them enough. Even when it just comes to your everyday beers, you're having a party, pick up a case of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale or their hazy IPA. But right now for October, make sure you pick up a case of their Oktoberfest 2019 beer in conjunction with Bitburger Brewery. Super tasty. Have a great October, wall fans and common sensors. There's some tasty beers out there to be having this month, and I highly recommend this being one of the ones you taste this October. So check them out. And remember, wall fans and common sensors, whether you're drinking Oktoberfest 2019, no matter who you're drinking with, no matter what you're drinking, no matter where you're drinking, and no matter why you are drinking, always drink with common sense.